Hey everyone, it's Rachel back again with another reaction video, and today I'm going to be reacting to a new Architects track. It's called Dead Butterflies, and actually when Black Lungs came out, I was hoping that this would be that song because I watched their live show last year at Royal Albert and it was amazing, and to me, Dead Butterflies sounded like a really awesome song. All I've heard of it was the once that I watched the live stream though, so because at that point I had figured that maybe the release of that song was a bit away, which it has been a minute since I've heard it. I've only heard the live version of it, but it sounded really awesome. Based off of how it sounded live, I'm sure there are more people who won't enjoy this one as much, but for me, I think this will be one that I definitely dig. The live version of it was amazing, and yeah, I'm excited to check it out. My favorite single so far has definitely been Animals. I prefer that over Black Lungs. I listen to it much more often, but I think Dead Butterflies will be another one I really enjoy. This is also off of the same upcoming album that drops actually next month, February 26th, called For Those Who Wish to Exist. So I'm going to stop talking and we are going to get straight into it.
Lost myself in a cloud of myself,
I definitely dig this one. Okay, so Architects, Dead Butterflies. Let's discuss. I imagine this being probably quite similar to when Animals dropped and all the discussion that was happening around Animals when that song came out, because this one is also a bit of a different pace than the last few albums that we've gotten from Architects. But for me, I've enjoyed every album that Architects has put out so far, so for me it's just listening to the song and deciding whether I think it's good or bad. I dig what they're doing on this record a lot too, because if you take the singles that we've heard so far as well as what was played on the live stream, there are a variety of different sounds that you're getting from the singles, and for some people it won't be it. It's not going to be it. It's not going to be it for everybody, but I enjoy the singles a lot. Black Lungs would definitely, that one was kind of meh to me. It didn't stick with me very well long term, but Animals has been on repeat for me since it dropped, and this song I really enjoy as well and have been looking forward to it coming out, because a huge part of it for me is the orchestra that you're getting in there. I think that sounds epic and incredible, and also just some of the lines like lost myself, lost myself, lost myself, that repetitive line there throughout the song, or goodbye just being like this huge open sounding vocal piece. I do think that in the live stream it was a bit more emotional though, like a bit more, there's just something I remember about the live stream version as just I want to re-listen to the live stream version now. I've held off from trying to find any different version of this song or anything till it dropped, because I knew I still wanted to react to it. I only got to hear it that one time off of the Royal Albert Hall live stream, and just hearing it that first time on the live performance, I wish I almost could have reacted to it that way, because that version of it was just like, I mean, this is still really incredible in my opinion. I think the vocals are beautiful. I love like a slowed down ballad piece, and for me, I feel like, as I mentioned before, all of the other albums that Architects have put out so far, even though my favorites are All Our Gods, Lost Forever, Lost Together, those are my favorite Architects albums, but I still enjoy the other stuff they've put out. I still want them to do what because I feel like such a big thing when a band does something like this is it comes around to like, oh, they've went radio rock, oh, this sounds like Bring Me the Horizon, all of those sort of comments that we get. It gets written off quickly for a lot of people. I feel like if that's not your jam, then that's fine, but for me, I can enjoy like a slowed down track. I can enjoy singing. I enjoy different styles of music, so I try to go into it not looking at like, who is this band and what have they released recently, or what are my favorite albums from them, so I can compare this new material to the material they're putting out now, especially with having a channel like this. Like, if I listen to something and I genuinely don't dig it, then I'm probably gonna, and I've done it before, I'm gonna say like, not my cup of tea. But this is sweet in my opinion, and it sucks kind of that I feel the need to defend my opinion so hard before the video has even dropped, but just after everything that happened with Animals, there was much arguing, but I feel like at the end of the day, like, this is the music that they wanted to put out. Some of us are digging it, some of us are not digging it, and some of us are kind of in the middle, but overall, I feel like this album is absolutely going to be worth a listen regardless of how you feel about the singles, because of the diversity that we've seen with these, and because it's a longer record. Who knows what else will be on there? Like, if Animals wasn't your flavor, it doesn't mean that Black Lungs won't be. I feel like with so many songs on the album, not that there's like a million, but there's a decent amount of songs on this album in comparison to other releases that we get, and I just feel like there's going to be like a grab bag. I think I said this in the Black Lungs video. There also was another song, can't remember the name right now, but a song that was played on the live stream that sounded heavier, and that one to me sounded better than how I feel about Black Lungs, I think, because obviously with my channel I'm down with the heavy music too. My favorite Architect songs, other than probably A Wasted Hymn, are heavier tracks, and I loved The Bleh when it was an Architects thing too, of course, but I'm still able to kind of let that go and listen to that music when I want to. You know what I'm saying? So I guess what I'm saying is that I'm glad that we're getting this sort of it's not quite, so people are right in saying that this isn't like a totally new thing for Architects, because they've put out older albums where there's a lot of clean singing involved, a ton of it. It may not be off their most popular albums or anything like that at this point, but they've done clean singing in the past. I do think a lot of the elements they're using, like the orchestra stuff, some of that sort of like what you hear in Animals with the synth type stuff, and just some of that stuff that you are hearing in the more modern stuff, that wasn't on their older albums, and I think that's new. And it's also a mixture of like classic Architects sound that we're hearing with these singles, along with some new stuff. So for me, I'm excited for it. I love to see a shift like this where it's kind of like a grab bag. You're still hearing the older stuff sound in some places. They may not be that, like when you look at Dead Butterflies and Animals, they may not be that apparent, but to me, I love it, and I love what they're doing. I'm stoked for this album. I think it will be really cool. I do wish that the emotion, because like the live performance of this, if there's a way, I haven't checked to see if they released the live version of this as like a video yet with that audio, but if there's a way for y'all to watch that and you didn't, I would highly suggest watching the live version of this song, because I was immediately sold on it. Like I had a pre like memory going into this of how much I enjoyed that track when I heard it on the live stream. So I want to listen to that again to make sure that it is as I remembered it, but I feel like maybe some of the emotion that was in that performance, the way they performed it, you could see it in the video, but the way even it sounded, some of those notes from Sam, some of those goodbyes that were in there and such on the live stream performance were just ridiculous. So if you haven't seen that and there is some sort of way to see it at this point, definitely would suggest checking that out, because it looks like it's going to be an awesome song to see live. For anyone who enjoyed it, of course, let me know what you thought in the comments, whether you agree, disagree, what the case may be, how you're feeling about the new album. Nicely, please, no arguments in the comments on this one. I'm just not feeling how it went down last time. But for me, I dig this. It's definitely my second favorite single off the record. Animals is still my number one. Can't get over that one. It's just been on repeat. Even more so than my first, because of the initial listen to it, I was sort of shocked, because though Architects has done stuff, I guess, that people see to be like Animals, I don't think that it's similar to Animals at all. I think the only similar thing is that it has Sam's cleans on it a lot. I think that's the only thing that's really similar when it comes to Architects. I think that sound was a totally new approach, but it's really been hitting for me. So those are my thoughts. If you have a different song that you'd like to see added to either of the lists that I work off of when I'm doing request-based videos, both links will be in the description, as well as the invite link for the Discord server. Actually, it's the Linktree link. I keep forgetting that. The Linktree link will be in the description. It has the invite link for the Discord server. It has all kinds of stuff for my social media, for the Discord server invites. I think the Facebook page, all that stuff is umbrellaed under the Linktree link in the description. But the Discord server is a ton of fun, growing like crazy still. I love that community of people. So if you're interested in those sorts of online communities, chatting, that sort of thing, the Linktree link is in the description, and it also has my Instagram link. My handle on Instagram is Rachel Reacts. I'll put it up here on the screen for you, but it is the same as my YouTube channel if you had any interest in just searching it, as well as having that link on the Linktree thing. I post my vinyl collection, what I've been listening to the most, all music-related stuff. So if you have any interest in that, the link on the Linktree. And of course, as always, thank you very much for watching. I appreciate it.